Hi guys, I'm Matthew.
And I am Daniel.
This is the Playroom Studio. I'm a guitar teacher.
I'm a vocal coach.
If you're interested in guitar lessons with me or singing lessons with Daniel, you can go to our website to find out about the details, and we can teach you no matter where you are in the world, so get into contact with us.
Absolutely. So, as you can see behind us, and we've spoken about a little bit in some of our videos, we have a screen. The screen, we hate the screen. We kind of really hate the screen.
The screen is oppression on our lives.
What the screen allows us to do is start teaching people again with some ventilation using the doors and the windows. And we, as you guys know, we started doing our videos because we could no longer teach, and that is what we do. We can't, as musicians and as instrumental teachers, we can't exactly, do that in a field, or you know what I mean.
No,
we weren't even, not that we were even allowed to see people in the field.
Yeah, we were able to do it online, but then it made it more of an option for us to make these videos and reach more people, because once we were online, which we weren't doing before obviously, it doesn't matter where the people are that we're teaching, so that became a good route for us to start making those videos.
And I feel like it's worth saying that we started building the studio in 2017. We're actually in the middle of editing a video of our building process, all the things that went into building the studio, and we opened it on New Year's Day 2018, and so we've been running our studio since then, but we've been teaching since before that, maybe 2016 or something like that. When the studio was no longer able to go, at that point we'd worked for a few years to establish it, get everything going, and that's where, as 20-something-year-olds at that time, I can't remember now, we were getting our purpose from, our sense of kind of success.
Yeah, and the recording side of things as well. So we've been recording people in here and mixing songs for people. You can see this thing, the thing that you can see there is an acoustic booth that we've built, because obviously screen back up, sofa there, we had to move the furniture around again, so I had to build an acoustic booth as well. So that's been
because it's important, it's dead over there, which means there's no echo.
So that what we're capturing is good quality as well.
So the work that goes into it, and then to all of a sudden not be able to do that anymore, was panic-inducing in a way, wasn't it, Matt? But kind of ultimately just a little bit deflating. I say a little bit, but I think we have a tendency to downplay things, don't we?
Yeah.
Very deflating to build something up to a point where
all down in the dumps.
Humpus-grumpusing around, because you get something to a point where you're finally saying to yourself, Matt, I think we're doing all right here. We only need a couple
Trying
more.
to make the most of our time, even because now we're booking up that the time we do have, we need to rethink maybe how we're teaching and what we need to do.
Discussions, if you can imagine, about, well, we can't take on too many more students, we need to prioritise some of these other things. So to go from that to having maybe like a couple students a week online, because not everyone can do online, and I think the impetus is quite hard. And I think ultimately everyone over this lockdown have found themselves yearning to do things that they hadn't been thinking about doing, or finally getting around to doing things, which some people have decided to get into doing singing and guitar. So we've been doing that online with people we never would have got to have met, never would have got to have talked before.
Some really great people.
But I feel like it all culminates in the fact that it's not like we're over it now. It's not like we're back to normal. There's a lot of work to be done, and I think the fact that there's a lot of work to be done made us think, well, when were we really happy? Well, we were really happy when we built the studio, when we were doing that thing of building every day and working towards our goals, to the point where yesterday we missed out on a caravan by about £20.
We were 1 second away from owning a caravan.
We got our mum in on the action, so we have our best friend Megan and us two. We decided that we were going to buy a caravan.
We've been talking about it for
a couple
of years, but really for about half an hour leading up.
But we've been talking seriously about it for at least 20 minutes before we found the one we wanted.
Yeah, and then we had an hour left on the bidding. So Mum is an expert with eBay, that's why we got her to do it. And to be fair to her, she got our bid in at the price we were willing to pay.
Yeah, we got it. So we said, this is the price that we're willing to pay. And then Megan said, well, what if someone else says that? It's too round of a number.
But you've got
£1 on top.
Yeah.
So we did put £1 on top.
And then beyond that point, you've just got to say it wasn't meant to be after that.
And someone else had bid £20 more than that. So it was actually something and £21, which is quite odd. because I don't get how that happens.
How did they know?
I don't know. But so we did it, and because there was only a second to go, because thought we were being clever, we lost the caravan. But Matthew's first words were, "Oh, thank God." Well, you'll see. Let's show you the clip. Let me see the seconds going down. Joe and Megan are not watching. She can't watch. This is drama. This is real life. My heart is pounding.
So it's fine, I feel sick.
I hope we lose it. I'm joking.
You sure you want it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Got to really hold your nerve now, just trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Keep trusting me.
18 seconds.
At 10, you said.
Mum. Should we go?
Go, submit.
Confirm?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
No.
go. You have been outbid by your maximum. No, leave it.
Okay, there you go.
Leave it.
So I feel like this is indicative of this crisis point that we've reached.
Quarter life crisis.
Quarter life crisis. And I feel like as 25-year-olds,
25-year-olds.
as 25-year-olds who are living at home, living together, which you know is great times, and living with family, which we are really, really happy to be living
And
with
lucky
family.
to be in.
But we've lost our sense of what's the word, like achievement, and you know what, we're actually building for the future. We've not lost it, we've been set back quite a bit.
Yeah, we have been set back. And that's just the reality of the situation.
And that's
we've lost momentum, and now we're having
that's
to
what's
build.
going on.
We're having to build back up, whereas before it was a matter of continuing to grow. I mean, when you start with nothing, you're constantly in a better place than you've ever been before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and there has been obviously fluctuations in that time as well, where some students drop off and some come back. But I mean, this is a total reset, really.
It is, and we have to be determined, we have to shift our mindsets, and in a way, talking to you guys now is our way of talking through it together, because as twins, we've said this before, but because we're both going through the same things in most of the time, we both just assume we know what the other person is feeling about that thing. But I know for a fact that we've both have felt deflated and a little bit kind of, what's the word, a little bit exhausted even at the thought of starting again in some way.
Yeah.
We know we've built up our reputation locally. People know us to be good teachers and they respect our opinions.
Yeah, and we've done amazing things on YouTube that we never ever expected. It's been
UB2B.
It's been actually a lifeline for us. It's been paying for us for things that we otherwise would have been struggling to
We
pay
wouldn't
for.
have been able to pay for.
Well, we wouldn't have any money left at this point.
If you can imagine your life, if you can see this, you know, we've only just got some form of self-employment grants, you know,
from
this month.
Yeah.
So how long has this pandemic been going? Had we not had found some way to, you know, sustain what we're doing, we would have been in trouble, you know, with our car.
Well, we would have had to get a job.
You know what? We would have had to do another job.
Not me. Not me. Neil.
Never again, man.
Not these hands. Not these supple little things on the lines.
So, all that to say, we're very lucky, and we
Yeah.
need to get into a space where we're excited again about doing it. And I feel like that will happen fast. Well, I'm already, after my lessons, you know, I'm already feeling this sense of satisfaction and purpose again.
Yeah.
Particularly when we're able to do that in person. And so thank you to all of you guys who have been so amazing to us over the past year. We're coming up to a year, if not, maybe it has been a year since we started doing YouTube. We are working on, we've got a song now that's done, we're working on a video for it, that'll be coming out soon, but you know, this is a new experience for us to even have people like listening to what we're up to.
Yeah, and deciding how to best honour
that interest and that support.
Yeah, exactly, and we're choosing to do that by continuing to do what people are here for, and
giving it a bit of that,
and wanting and enjoying a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Anything you want to expose or acknowledge here in this chat, which might you know, give us a good title, Matt?
Oh, you mean something salacious?
Yeah, something a bit, you know, what's it? Split your pants at the gym.
Well, maybe we could say salaciously now that we're moving into a caravan. We're not.
We've bought a caravan.
That
question
might
mark.
that might not be the end of it.
You know what? We actually. The
We
reason
probably
we were
will
going to buy a caravan, and we still might do something of that nature, is because we did build the studio, as you will see at some point when the video finally goes up for that. We did build the studio, and we're looking to do another project like that because we have the skill set, we have the and we loved it. We absolutely loved it. So if we could in some way do up a caravan, perhaps use it for a couple holidays and then sell it on, that would be not only
Profitable.
but also
fulfilling.
but also satisfaction. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video.
Yeah, thanks for watching and just sort of listening to us.
Load of bull crap, wasn't it really?
we just decided to start talking.
I said, Matt, we're having a quarter life crisis, get the camera on.
Pop it on.